Good afternoon, everybody. It's Stephen and Paul from WinExtra, bringing you your daily brief of Microsoft news for February 1st, 2011. And I don't care what you say, Paul. A rat is a rat. Okay? I don't care. Yes, it is. We were having this discussion pre-show, folks, and apparently, I guess, Paul seems to think that rats can be a pet. That you can.
They can, and there's lots of people out there who will tell you otherwise.
No.
All you have to do is go visit your local PetSmart or anywhere like that, and you'll see that they have loads of them. And my wife used to have 3 of them before, and I thought pretty much the same thing at first when I thought, how can you keep a rat? But these creatures aren't the same as sort of rats in the wild. They're domesticated animals.
There's only one good thing for rats. Python food. There's only one good thing for rats, and that's being python food.
Yeah, but you can say the same thing about Canadians. There's only one good thing for them too. It has to be polar bear food, But people still adopt ye and care for ye, and
but they won't.
Occasionally love ye, which is how you keep breeding. So we don't. We don't criticize you for that. Leave poor rat alone.
Make us sound like the planet of the Canadians, Anyway, first up, we have a PSA for everybody out there running Windows. There was an announcement, or Microsoft put out an alert about an MHTL protocol vulnerability, which basically allows anyone who crafts a specific type of line of code, they can take over your machine. So there's a link in the post to a fix for it. Go get it. All right?
Yeah, the fix is rather simple, but you know what? A little bit of just being careful what you do online too will help you avoid this until a proper patch comes out. This affects all versions of Windows, and basically what it is it's a scripting vulnerability that allows them to launch a piece of code, but it still requires user interaction. You still have to be asked to click on something. Yeah. So basically, if you're visiting somewhere that you don't usually go, or you're asked to click on something that you're not usually asked to click on, don't do it.
Yeah.
They say.
Okay, the big story today, which broke really early this morning, is Google has come out saying that Bing is cheating.
You know what? Google can... I was going to say something really rude there, but I won't. Google is still my default search engine. I know Bing is your search engine, and for me anyway, Google... Well, Bing does provide very good search results. Google still has the slight edge for my usage of search engines. Obviously, your methodology differs slightly to mine. But Google is now basically coming out and saying, look, we set up a trap to find out whether or not Bing was stealing our search results because their search results were getting so good. Basically, in other words, we were crapping ourselves with fear that their search results were getting good, so we tried to figure out how they were doing it, and we decided that they must be cheating, because there's no way on earth they could be as smart as us.
No.
So they set up a honeypot with synthetic search results that didn't really exist, and then they got about 20 of their engineers to go away and do those searches using Internet Explorer with the Bing browser bar installed, and what do you know? Those search results ended up in Bing, right? Yeah. Now, there's lots of reasons as to why this could happen. And here are some of the most obvious ones. And trust me, Google, this ain't theft. This is just being smart.
Yes.
Okay? First off, when you install the Bing bar, it says that it's going to send forum data, search results, where you visit, back to Microsoft, so that they can help improve their search results. Yeah. So, if you go to a search result that Bing previously didn't have in its index, a little flag goes off and it goes, hello, we don't have this. No, we have it.
Yeah, now, Frederick over at Newsgrange, he had a post up on this too, and he asked the question, he says, while that's oddly clever and likely benefits Bing users, it also doesn't feel right. And I got a question, what doesn't feel right about it? It's business, man.
Look, Google is using, many people have the Google toolbar installed, right? It pulls PageRank on every single page you visit. Now, the Google spokesman, when talking about this story, says, no, we don't use that data in our search results. But Google have previously come out and said, yes, we do use the information we gather from the toolbar in order to improve search results. And the same thing happens with Chrome. Look, all that has happened here, right, from my understanding, right, is that some smart engineer at Microsoft should be getting a goddamn raise.
Yep.
Because he figured out a way to use freely available information that the users are giving Microsoft. What search results do you visit? Bang. To recognize search results that Bing doesn't yet have.
Yeah.
And to improve Bing at the same time by saying, okay, here's a search result for a term that we do not have. And here's the result that somebody else is giving out. Right, let's use that to improve our index.
Here's what they should do. Microsoft should sue Google for diluting their search results. Because
if only that were possible, but I don't think it is.
I know, I'm joking. I'm being facetious here, okay? But the point being is that these were fake pages, okay? They were specifically created just for this test. But they diluted the results.
Do you know what it also shows? That, well, Google has always claimed that their search results they can't really manipulate their search results.
Yes,
they can. If they bloody well feel like it, they can, because they have. They set up this funny pot. Now, apparently, it was one-time only code that has been removed. Yeah. But, yeah.
Now, Mary Jo Foley does have a follow-up on this, and apparently Microsoft has come out and said, we do not copy Google results.
No, we don't copy Google results. You see, copying Google results would imply that, look, there's a computer somewhere, right? That runs through dictionary terms and just hits Google up and copies their results, because that's how you'd copy the results. But there's a difference between copying Google's results and using the information that is gathered by your toolbar that shows other search engine results to populate your index with stuff that didn't previously exist, that you haven't yet crawled or discovered. That's called being smart.
Now, here's the thing, too. Question. During the time of this test, did they use any other search engines like, let's say, Blico or Go or whatever the hell it's called?
That I haven't seen discussed anywhere. But, you know, we can only guess as to that.
Yeah, you see, the thing is, that's a one-sided test, which means this was directed directly at Microsoft, which is...
But you see, you have to put it in light. You have to put it in light of statements coming out of people like, was it Eric Schmidt that said, was it last week or 2 weeks ago or whatnot, that it's Microsoft they have to fear.
Yeah.
It's not anybody else. It's Microsoft. They're the ones who are getting better search results. They're the ones who are growing market share. They're the ones with the pockets.
Yeah.
You know what? It's freely... A Google search is freely available information. And the information was provided to Microsoft with the user's consent via the toolbar. I don't see why this is big. All I can think of, really, is that Google engineers are a bit pissy that they didn't think of it first. You know?
It's a make-believe situation that is getting nothing but PR crap now, okay? That's all it is. It's going to be
It's a PR game, basically, at the end of the day. You know, it really is.
Now, the one other big story that came out during the last week was the fact that Windows Phone data, or this has been going on for a little while, but was kicking up data usage rates for people. And
yeah, we had speculated on this. We had ran a story about how it might be a HP app, but we had also speculated on the show that it had to be a partner of some sort, which was why Microsoft wouldn't say what it was.
Yeah,
and it turns out it's most definitely a partner.
At the time, we suggested it might be Samsung with their hub, because it seemed to be the Samsungs were affected by this, the majority of the time. Well, it turns out that Rafael Riviera from within Windows, he did some experimenting, as reported on a number of blogs, where he found out there was actually the Yahoo email app that was causing the majority of the problems. Now, this is not definite and be finalized, but Microsoft has come out and said, yes, this is the problem. This is what's causing the problem.
It is, and I mean, it comes down. It's got something to do with how the Yahoo email app is using IMAP, and there's also the possibility that there may be an issue somewhere else. I have the information in front of me, but I haven't quite digested it fully. But at the end of the day, you know, there's information there about how you can turn this off until the patch comes out, which I believe the rumors in the mill at the moment are February 7th. We will see the update. I'm a bit pissed at that because we were expecting an update middle of last month, never arrived. We're not happy.
The big mobile conference in Spain is happening in February, so we guarantee there's going to be an update before that because there'll be just too many questions of Windows Phone 7 at the conference. Now, Paul Throat did raise an interesting point where he suggests that Microsoft knew this was a problem on launch of Windows Phone 7.
No. If Microsoft knew it was a problem on launch of Windows Phone 7, they would have, they wouldn't have come out and said, it's something we're investigating, we don't know what it is. Which they did at the beginning. What they would have said is that it's a problem we're aware of and we're actively working to fix it.
Yeah.
So no, I don't think they knew about it in advance. But it's like anything. When you launch any new operating system, it doesn't matter how comprehensive your testing is. When it goes out in the wild, there's always something new. Always a problem.
Now, this is for Windows Phone 7 developers in Canada.
Oh yeah!
So the rest
write yourself an app,
So
people.
the rest of you go away. Anyway, there's a big contest going on
for all two of you.
Yes, for Canadian app developers for the Windows Phone 7. You develop an app, enter the contest, and your grand prize is $10,000 Canadian, which is twice as much as American now. Travel and registration to Canada Web and social media conference, the Mesh conference, which is put on by Matthew Ingram and crew. A Dell Alienware laptop, Xbox.
Do you want?
Oh yes, Xboxes and Kinect and more. So head over to Joy DeVilla's site for all the information and links, and head out and write an app.
Build yourself an app and win some swag.
Yeah. Mary Jo Foley, quickly, she has a post up where she's suggesting that IE9 is the key to Microsoft's tablet push. What?
IE9 is a browser. It's a very good browser. We're not currently happy about layouts and that sort of stuff on it. But unless you're talking about basically running everything inside Silverlight inside the browser, or HTML5 inside the browser, I don't see it.
Yeah. From Gizmodo, we have Netgear CEO Patrick Lowe on Windows Phone 7. Microsoft is over.
I'm sorry. Look, this dude, I know he's CEO of Netgear, Patrick Lowe, so he's obviously a very intelligent guy, but he's also,
biased?
He's regurgitating. Basically, he's saying, look, CES reviews weren't great, therefore it's dead. Yeah. Apple and Android have momentum, therefore it's dead. Because, no other product can ever build momentum when two-horse race. And just read over the Gizmodo post, especially what he says about Europe and TCP/IP. It comes across, he basically says that, Europeans didn't want to adopt TCP/IP because they hate everything Americans do. And you know what, for a very intelligent guy running a company like Netgear, that's a very stupid, xenophobic, and closed-minded statement.
From Stick Skills, we have Microsoft hints at Kinect-enabled Halo title.
Yeah, well, Microsoft have been saying that we're going to see Kinect-enabled titles for more hardcore games, and we haven't really seen any decent ones yet. So what better franchise to step in with than Halo? And now that Microsoft has purchased ConnectHalo.com, now we don't know whether or not that is just one of those, they finally switched on that they need to buy domain name Kinect in it or not, and that would be two of their major franchises in one domain name. But it could hint that we might have a Kinect-enabled version of Halo at some point.
Okay, now,
which would be
do you have something to talk about as far as maps or some sort of crap that you're all excited about?
It's out today! The Black Ops map pack, 4 new maps, and a new zombie map. 1,200 Microsoft points, which is, about $15, and it's available right now on Xbox, but you buy it, strangely enough. Not like other map packs where you download it from the Xbox menu. You actually buy this one in-game from within the multiplayer store menu in Call of Duty Black Ops. One little bitch point I have about this is I didn't have enough points on my account to just download it today. But I could only buy 900 Microsoft points or 1,600 Microsoft points. And I needed 1,200. There was no in-between! There should be an in-between value.
Okay, I'm going to take the show out today with a YouTube video of
the most useless app ever for Windows Phone 7.
But it's fun. It'll freak people out.
It's only fun for geeks like you.
The Windows Phone 7 blue screen of death, folks. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a good day.
Good one, folks.
Oh my god, what's going on? What's going on with my phone? If I press continue, oh my god, this blue screen of death. Press any key to terminate an application. Press Control plus Alt plus Delete to restart my computer. I don't have those keys. Okay, let me press this key, any key to continue. So I'll just tap that. Oh my god, what's going on? Okay, that's enough. I think people get bored seeing me doing that. This is actually an application called the blue screen of death, which is does not have any usage but to scare yourself and your friend. So